Forgot my intro. It's been so long since I've done this.
Hello, everybody! Spooky Sandwoman here! She's right there, not me.
She's better at this than I am. Today we're playing one of the extra episode things of Seduce Me the Otome, but this one's with James. So, I don't even know if I'm gonna put one up. I did one of Sam, and that was cute, but I don't know if I'm gonna put that up, or if I did, which I doubt, because I haven't uploaded in 2 months, so sorry. Let's start. My name is Spookster.
Spookster?
No, I like spooky. I'll let you read.
Oh, I get to read?
Yeah.
Imagine, if you will, you live in a gorgeous mansion with the man of your dreams. You can do anything you have ever wanted, and there was nothing in the world that could hold you back. Well, that was my life.
Wow.
Wow! Look at me. I was the granddaughter of a CEO, well, he's not CEO anymore, and had somehow earned his estate upon his death.
He did.
The man of my dreams just happened to be waiting for me in the lobby of the mansion as I moved in.
Which isn't creepy.
No. Mind you, he was mortally wounded. Mortally wounded!
That don't make sense.
And he turned out to be a demon. But that was besides the point.
You know, just my life.
Normal, every day-to-day thing. The man of my dreams, James,
Old sport,
was smart, kind, caring, and very capable of taking care of not only me, but his 4 younger brothers. The 5 of them lived with me for a short while, making the house as lively as ever.
Sadly, no orgies.
Sadly, you couldn't fuck all of them at once.
Unlike cute demon crashers.
However, I only needed James at my side, and soon enough, the younger 4 brothers left us to our own devices, wanting to start lives of their own. I got Sam, so it's fine. He's cool or whatever. Living with James was like a dream come true. He always cooked breakfast, I wish, and helped me keep the house clean. And during his free time, he tended the garden. Oh, literally, Bistro. There were often times when he and I would eat in the gazebo outside, enjoying the sun and fresh air.
I misread gazebo. I thought it said gazpacho. I'm like, eating in the gazpacho? You eat the gazpacho! I need a bed.
Maybe gazpacho ate them, and now you're eating in the gazpacho.
Whoa, in Soviet Russia.
Gazpacho eats you. Work-wise, James had taken the position of CEO at my grandfather's toy company. Not sex toy, actual toys. And helped expand it to new heights. He did his very best to make it the best company it could be, and wound up raising more money for charity than any other company on the planet. I doubt that.
Wow, that
Good
sounds
for
very
him.
far-fetched.
Right? Needless to say, I was very proud of him and was happy to know that my grandfather's company was in good hands, because I'm a bitch and I didn't want to take over for him. I was even more happy to call him mine.
Cute.
James and I had lived a dreamlike romance for 1.5 years. This is where shit happens. This is where the relationship goes downhill, because they're living together and they're gonna get fucked over by a bunch of shit.
Are you okay?
The thought of marriage. Life, man. The thought of marriage often crossed my mind, but I left it to the hands of fate. If James was going to propose to me, which he did at the end of the first game, but whatever, that's cool.
Is this in between?
Then he would do it when he was ready, even though he literally at the end of the game was just like, hey,
pop.
Literal ring in your face.
Pretend
marry me.
This is a ring.
And you literally had no choice if you could say yes or no. You just automatically said yes.
Bitch, why are you dirty?
Nevertheless, the conversations we would have were interesting to say the least. Oh, I can imagine. Oh, hello. One day I found him lounging in the library, lost in a familiar book. With a smirk, I crept inside and peered over his shoulder at the chapter he was reading. Really like that book, don't you, James? Sorry, you should be reading that. I'll be the narrator.
Okay.
Jumping in his seat, James snapped out of his train of thought and stared up at me in surprise, making me laugh and grip the chair to keep him from falling onto my knees from the hilarity.
Love!
You're fucking cute. Good afternoon to you too, James. Enjoying that story.
I smiled playfully at James before taking the book out of his hands and looking at the cover. I was right.
Oh my god, he's reading porn!
This nigga. I mean,
Love
this...
and oh, he was learning how to do the sex positions.
He was learning how to do the sex. the sexy times. Them Ebolas and such.
Be careful of the Ebolas, that should be like chapter 1.
Them stids, you know?
You know what I just realized? I didn't mute Skype, so Dustin can hear everything.
Oh, lovely!
God,
I hope so.
I hope he's out of his room, or he's...
Oh, no, he's probably dying right now. Not literal, not in a literal sense.
Please
I mean,
don't
like...
die, I need you. Anyway.
Love and forever! Sorry. Go ahead.
Love and romance, the study of intimacy. Oh, you're trying to get into my vagooter.
James cleared his throat, as you could hear, as he shook his head and relaxed in his chair, trying to calm down from his sudden surprised outburst.
You keep coming back to this book no matter how many times you read it. Why? Do you forget what a vagina looks like? Because, I mean, you just have to ask.
It's an interesting commentary on romance. A writer falling in love with her manager and dealing with her own internal feelings is an interesting topic to read about.
I fucking can't when you just said that. It's an interesting commentary on romance. This is what the vagina looks like.
Notice its shape. Remember it, embrace it, worship
Notice where the clitoris is at the end of the labia.
It's just complete bullshit, like anatomy. It's like, this is the female penis. She pees from here.
It all comes from the same hole.
So have fun. And then
Good
once you have a baby, that thing is fucking wrecked, dude. You're gonna have to get a new one.
Leave her now.
Well, I guess it's a good thing he's a demon then, because they can't have children. Biologically.
True.
Unless they...
Alright, you can't get pregnant!
Yeah!
You need birth control!
You probably still want to get it because, like, maybe help with your periods and fuck.
I mean, yeah.
But... Yeah! Yeah! Not get pregnant! 100% chance of no babies.
Unless.
Truly.
I handed the book back to James before walking around and sitting on the empty seat across from his. James nodded and placed the book down on the table between us while he crossed his legs.
Open them, baby.
Remember, demons don't fully understand love. We may experience it, but we don't know it well enough to label it as such.
Well, I like comparing the gray to the white on his, like, skin, it makes it look like he's so much paler. Like, he looks like a vampire. But you understand it, right? That you're fucking pale. That's what I was trying to talk about.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't continue to read about it.
Okay, boyfriend. I guess you're right, but what does reading that book over and over do for your research on it? Wouldn't it be better to, like, get another book?
It's teaching me how to do the sex.
And he just has, like, a little notebook.
I
It's
don't
like,
know
how to do sex. First penis.
How to sex. How to human sex. I don't know. James chuckled and leaned back in his chair.
That book in particular shows the balance between love and lust, which, by contrast, is an emotion demons understand completely.
Yeah, we know. Completely? I'm sure there's some things even you don't understand if demons don't understand love.
Provoked by my statement, James raised his eyebrow with almost an amused grin.
Look at his shit-eating face.
He's like,
bitch, please, I'm going to tell you some shit.
let me just...
Is that a challenge?
Oh shit. Yeah, literally. Let me just... Ooh. You know when people are like, oh hey, 3 words that can make things like really awkward or intense or whatever? Right there was like 4. Is that a challenge?
It's like, what's in it for me or else what?
For a moment, I remembered James's powerful personality. This was a challenge of his intelligence, and such a dare would not remain undominated for long under his keen eye.
I just expect his eyebrows to just go up and down. Why couldn't they spend like maybe $30 on that?
Really, Michaela? Really?
Get your shit together.
As I mulled over the idea in the following seconds of silence, I could only find myself entertained by the idea of him trying to prove himself to me. To that, I smirked and lifted my chin a bit in small, taunting display. Mm-hmm.
And if it was...
Ooh. Oh God! It's so intense. Just bang. The moment James smirked at me and I licked his lips ever so slightly, it made me question everything in the form of loud screaming in my head. What did I throw myself into?
Porn.
Probably. Still, my face remained unfazed and I continued to stand my ground as James replied.
Then tell me, what could I possibly not know?
How to do the sex with the moons.
I've seen your notepad.
I stared at James for the longest time before settling into my seat, crossing my legs. If this was going to be a lesson in romance... Roll credits. Then this was going to be one where I was the teacher.
Alright then. Do you know what the sexiest thing a person can do for another? Oh my god, if he does
I want to know! I want to know! Let's
if
go!
he does like a fucking striptease, I'm gonna cry.
He's like, you like me now?
It's like that guy who does the chicken nugget dance. I can't do it because I have no rhythm.
That's a bit specific.
Well, fucking tell me, answer the question. I promise there's only one answer.
That was a lie. There was obviously more than one answer, but I hoped that he would draw the answer from our relationship rather than just a form of generic answer. Either way, I would get him.
In bed with me.
James sat back and closed his eyes, thinking to himself and assembling his answer. As he opened his eyes, he smiled.
Make them feel cared for and cherished beyond anything else in the world.
That's a good answer.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
His answer surprised me. I imagined him trying to weasel out of the answer with a gesture or a specific action. As his words hit me, my cheeks burned a soft pink in agreement. It was rather sexy to think about.
I'm already hot.
God, I'm sweating. Oh, gee. The feeling of his hands along my body would make me feel like a goddess worthy enough to be ravished.
He's not even doing
The
anything
kisses
to you.
on my skin would paint me in a glow of love and compassion. The way he held me always sent me to cloud 9, not cloud 10. Fuck that place.
That's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But like cloud 8 it's close, but
Yeah,
it's just
and
not
then,
good
and then
enough.
if you get to cloud 11, that's a little bit of rape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this discussion.
Yeah, me too. He had won this round.
If this is it and there's like no fucking, I'm gonna be very sad.
This is literally the entire thing, is we're just gonna be talking about romance and stuff. No fucks. No fucks given. I nodded, pursing my lips as his smirk grew a bit. Oh, I don't see it. I don't see his smirk growing. He interlaced his fingers and placed them on his knee, awaiting my next question.
I can't look.
This had become a game of trivia almost. Would he know all of the answers?
You gotta buzz in first. The buzzer
got
is my
this.
titty.
Sometimes it doesn't work. You gotta play with the nipple a little
Yeah.
bit. I pushed forward, now determined to prove that I was right. Here it is, there! Go ahead, fucking do it.
Okay, but what about sexy clothes?
So lingerie?
What about
okay.
them?
What color clothes should a person wear to attract somebody? Isn't it like...
This is the second time I've burned while recording today. What color? I'd like to think purple, because supposedly purple is like a sexy color.
I was thinking red.
Yeah? I mean, that is kind of lust. But I read somewhere. I don't Yeah, I read somewhere that purple is the color of royalty, and supposedly people with purple rooms have more sex more often.
Man, I should paint my room.
Yeah, for some reason they just did like research, and I found that out, and I was like, wow, I have a purple room at my mom's house. Not at home because I have white walls, but you know.
Just like start putting up like purple construction paper for JP.
Just JP, good what? Another trick question. This was all a matter of opinion. It didn't take long for James to reply.
It depends on the person they wish to attract.
Is his yellow? Or is it gray?
His would be...
No, Damien's is gray, isn't it? His is yellow. It's like the little heart thing.
Yeah, Damien. Oh my god. Yeah. Because it was the color of their eyes, right?
I think
Wasn't
so.
it the same? Because I know Matthew was blue, Eric was green. No, Eric was
Yeah,
red.
Sam's green.
Sam's green. James, I think, was yellow.
Yeah.
And then Damien was, like, black or gray.
It was either black or gray. But I think it's
It was
gray.
a dark color.
Yeah.
As James's eyes traveled up and down my form, I suddenly felt naked.
Holy shit! You're good!
He undressed you with his eyes.
Literally.
It's
It's
delicious.
just like his eyeballs come out, it's like...
They just somehow, like, they pop out and roll over to you, just...
And you're just like...
They pop, you're picturing what I'm picturing, right? They, like, pop out arms and they're just like, yeah!
Oh my god.
I
Anywho.
personally would love to see you in black. Perhaps gold or red.
Gold and red, you mean like Iron Man? He wants me to be Iron Man!
I mean, I like black and red. But... what if... I mean, I could... He wants you to dress up as Harley Quinn. She's got gold hair.
I'm okay with that.
I got you, fam.
Okay, Mr. J! Oh my god,
Oh.
his name is Jay.
Stop! Stop! This is also what I call Joan.
Mr. J?
Bruh, damn it, he won again! But at least I knew what to wear if I ever wanted to seduce him in bed. I shook my thoughts out and knuckled down on my determination. Determination. I would not be beaten. He's gonna be the one beaten. I uncrossed my legs and leaned over my knees. Face as stone cold as a statue, as always. James raised an amused eyebrow once again as I threw a volley of questions at him, hoping to throw him off. Just throwing fucking volleyballs at him, just like
It's just has like
they have questions on it.
It's like, what's my favorite color? What?
Ow, I don't know. But it
Like,
leaves a
why do you-
print. It leaves like a print of like purple. It's like,
How the fuck you do that? I'm like, I've been practicing magic, bitch. Remember my grandpa? Give now here's the fun part.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
Giving or receiving? I'm going to say he's gonna say giving.
Well, yeah, it's James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I'm psychic.
Damn, you're good.
Nightgowns or teddies?
He's gonna say
Nothing
night.
at all.
Oh,
shit.
I just like swallowed the fucking straw. I didn't even go to drink it. I literally just went, oh.
I'm gonna fucking pee. I'm gonna fucking pee.
I can't do this anymore. I can't live life.
The window's open if you want to jump out.
No. Perfect. Thank you. Oh. All right.
Kitchen
Ooh.
or shower?
Ooh.
Shower.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well, I meant one at a time because I can't teleport like you can.
Yeah, but you know what? You can go from the kitchen to the shower.
Yeah, sure.
Go on the kitchen counter and then like start stuff, and then you could undress each other. Go
Oh,
on the
yeah,
shower.
like dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can wash it off in the shower.
You could be like, wow, we're dirty and disgusting. Let's go take a fucking shower and be dirty and
With these
disgusting.
fucking like green peppers.
Use the fucking jalapeno slices on your fucking nipples as
Well,
like
that's-
pasties. Just perfect. And then when you lick them, it's gonna be hot.
You're like, it's spicy, I'm about to get spicier.
This is too much fun. Anyways, why didn't I play the first one with you? This is wonderful. I was going crazy at the ideas forming in my head. See?
Oh, jalapeno peppers.
Fucking jalapenos, man. This game of question and answer became one that heightened my libido in the most shameless of ways. Still, I would not give in. The questions became about our relationship more than just general romance and lust. The more he answered, the more I learned about him. I would use his responses to my advantage later, but for now, the harvest for answers continued. Harvest. Jalapeno
Sensual or rough?
peppers. Oh!
Depends on how we feel.
Beautiful! Beautiful! That's how I would want you to answer.
Fast or slow?
Start slow,
Yes!
then get faster.
Yes! Yes! I'm being so loud.
Both.
Ooh.
Handcuffs
Ooh.
or blindfolds?
I think he got a boner. James instantly covered his mouth with his hands. The slip escaped. Oh, is he? Oh. He's into bondage and shit, and he didn't want her to find out. Is that what it is?
Yes!
The slip escaping his lips and making his true feelings known alongside the embarrassed blush crossing his cheeks. As his answer rung in my ears, my entire face became beet red.
Besides,
What?
Handcuffs and blindfolds aren't even that, like, BDSM.
What?
What? Like, unless... I'm actually not gonna continue with that.
James okay, I already read that.
Yeah.
James was into both handcuffs and blindfolds. What about other kinky things?
You want some nipple clamps, James?
Yeah. What about those electrified ones?
I was gonna be like, you're gonna start a car with that.
It's like the fucking car starter things or whatever. You plug them in, it's like... Psst.
It's like, hey, I need a jump. Can you help me? Yeah.
I'm okay. Let's continue.
Whips, rods, shoved up your ass.
Oh my god. James shook his head, so he wasn't into any sort of violent play.
Being called master? Yes, please.
Ooh. Silence. It made sense. Him liking the play on dominance. Of course, he's...
BDSM? You know, big dogs, small dogs.
It's small mutts, actually. Big dogs, small mutts.
Mork.
Okay. James closed his eyes and sighed into his palm before it fell into his lap. He lowered his head. Wah, 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 wah. As he spoke, I could tell he was being frank with me. But your name is James. Why would you be frank?
You don't have hot dogs.
Dissolving his shame as he was speaking to the one he loved.
It's not something demons do, but I enjoy learning about it and imagining it.
Oh.
Ooh, you sound pretty...
yeah, you sound like you're kind of out of breath.
You sound a little hot there, buddy.
Old
You
boy.
should probably take that sweater off.
Yeah, I mean, you got
You're wearing
another
two
shit.
shirts.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe those pants, too.
take the belt off first. Jesus fucking Christ. Keep the watch on, though. It's classy.
Yeah. At least we know how long we've been doing
we can time it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, ready, go. Okay, how fast is that?
2 seconds. God damn it, not again.
Where did you learn about it?
Your grandfather's books. I mean...
Granddad, no!
James chuckled softly, shaking his head.
I've been scouring the internet.
A novel I read a long time ago. It was a study on fictional romance and the publishing of erotica in the last 10 years. It wound up in the piles of books I read when we first came to the human world.
So, my grandpa.
That explained it. However, I almost didn't expect it from James. Eric, maybe. Not
No.
James.
I wanna... Eric...
If you go through his, like, storyline, then you know that he's not like that, but technically this is supposed to be, like, you didn't go through his storyline,
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't know
true.
how he actually is, you just kind of see him as, like, a sexual predator kind of thing. He's gonna
Poor
rape me
Eric.
kind of thing.
He got them bedroom miles 24/7.
No, but he's a sweet guy, too. Looking at him, I could tell James was trying to come to terms with releasing this information to me. While he was talking to the one he loved, he knew that the topic was a pretty big one to drop in the game we were previously playing.
Dude, you guys have been together for 1.5 years and you haven't talked
And
in
you're
depth
living
about this?
You're living together too. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been
Like you're trying to secretly read behind my back about like having sex and stuff, and you're imagining it, but you're not gonna like bring it up and be like, "Hey, let's try to like heighten our sex." Game
Yeah,
kinda
seriously,
thing.
like communication is key in relationships and the sexual sides of the relationships.
the fun side.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable about it, so I spoke up again.
So you like being tied up? Are you interested?
do we get to play with that? Is that what's going
It's
on?
like interactable. It's like tie a knot here, and then
They give you like the borders, and it's like ropes, handcuffs, blindfolds, chains, nipple clamps. It's like they give you the options and the items, and then it just has him naked right there, and it's like, oh, where do I place this? And you have to like put all of them on him somehow.
it's like Operation but with sex.
But you were putting it on him, not taking them out. Perfect.
Are you interested in trying it?
For a moment, James didn't answer. When he did, I could tell that he was being open about it, now that I knew of his true feelings for it.
1.5 years of being together later.
I would be lying if I said no.
Fuck, the way you said that was kind of hot.
James looked back up at me, his expression neutral in an attempt to remain calm. I leaned back in my seat and closed my eyes. This game definitely taught me a lot of new things about James.
Yeah, same.
This game. Yeah.
It's so meta.
This coffee is Dunkin' Donuts. You know, white girl. Fucking delicious.
There's nothing in here. I have more in the fridge. I'll get more after this.
There's no ice anymore. Oh, there is. There's little guys. Would I pursue this new information and try it with him? That was up to me to decide later on.
So help me God, if it ends right here, I'm gonna be pissed.
Nope. For now, though, our game had ended, and it was unclear who had won between us. I had gotten my answers, but the last question threw both of us off. How would we determine the winner? Sex.
Yeah.
It's always the answer.
Yeah.
Always. Especially in these kind of games.
Yeah.
Especially with demons. Sex. Sex demons.
They are demons of the sexual nature.
I like your the ceiling
Yeah,
pattern.
it's
actually kind of nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. And the fireplace is nice. Sorry. I finally decided to stand up and walk over to James, letting him watch me as I sat on his lap, wrapping my arms around his neck and leaning my forehead against his. Jesus Christ.
Maybe you do know everything.
James finally relaxed and nuzzled my nose with his before kissing me softly. Cute.
Well, not everything.
Oh, it's getting.
I still have a lot to learn.
What?
Or his beat was like, blah, blah, blah. Me? Oh, shit!
Took off his glasses. Wow, he looks way different.
Yeah, he looks totally animu.
Okay. James stared deep into my eyes, leaning back and removing his glasses. As his whiskey eyes began to glow a soft golden color, I gasped as he smiled playfully at me.
It's only fair that I ask you the same questions that you asked me. Don't you think?
Oh shit, fam. Oh,
I stare wide-eyed at James. Was he seriously going to ask me the same questions I asked him? James chuckled lowly. You're gonna have to answer them, aren't you? What? You're actually gonna have to.
Oh shit!
You're actually gonna have to.
Are you afraid now?
A little bit, but also no. No!
Fucking do this thing.
Good. Because I don't intend to be gentle.
Oh my god, I haven't squeaked like that since I was a teenager. Holy fuck.
Fuck! I got to read that! That's me! Fuck! Okay, thank you. That's it!
Are you kidding me? I am so salty.
Let's play a different one. Let's fucking go and do another one.
I gotta do the outro.
This is bullshit!
I was so ready to have some bondage answers.
I was just ready to answer all the questions. I wasn't even ready for the sex. I was just ready for him to be like, oh, you're into that too, kind of thing.
Oh, fuck me, man. Seriously, I wish he did. Now I'm sad. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Share with your friends if they like being fucking cock teased. Is there a female version of that?
There is, but I can't actually think of the saying for it.
That's okay. Bye-bye! Start the recording! Oh shit.
Old sport!
Old spot.
Hey there. Old sport! Oh gosh.
Oh, fucking...
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti!
Fuck you, spaghetti!
I love spaghetti.
Spagooter.
Spaghetti and marbles.
Spaghetti and marbles.
Alright, now it's time for...
Hashtag Bastro. It is there. Okay. I thought you were
I'm not crazy.
I thought you were just saying that. It literally says hashtag Bastro.